Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Arden of Faversham, and we get to hear from Michael today in Act 3, Scene 4. Now, Michael was supposed to have left the doors unlocked so that Will and Shakebag could come in and kill Arden, but then he had a little bit of a freak out that woke up Arden and Franklin, who ended up locking the door. So in yesterday's monologue, we had Will and Shakebag show up 2 days ago. We had Will and Shakebag show up to do the murder, but they can't get in, so they're like, we got to go find Green and sort all this out, blah, blah, blah. And then in yesterday's monologue, we checked in with Arden and Franklin. It's now the next morning, and Arden had a dream last night that he was being hunted like a deer. So that was unsettling for him, but Franklin has tried to talk him down from that. So Act 3, Scene 4, we're going to check in with Will and Shakebag and Green again. And they're walking around, they're trying to find Michael Bolton, who they do. Like, they enter from one side and Michael Bolton enters from the other. And Will is like, let's kill him. And Green is like, let's hear what he has to say first. So Will is like, what do you have to say for yourself? And Michael says, for God's sake, sirs, let me excuse myself. For here I swear by heaven and earth and all, I did perform the utmost of my task and left the doors unbolted and unlocked. But see, the chance. Franklin and my master were very late conferring in the porch, and Franklin left his napkin where he sat with certain gold knit in it, as he said. Being in bed, he did bethink himself, and coming down, he found the doors unshut. He locked the gates and brought away the keys, for which offense my master rated me. But now I am going to see what flood it is, for with the tide my master will away, where you may front him well on rain him down, a place well fitting such a stratagem. So basically saying, it wasn't me. I did what I was supposed to, but then Franklin and Arden discovered that the door was unlocked. He makes up a story about Franklin forgetting some money, like wrapped up in a napkin or in his purse, something like that. He makes up a story about Franklin forgetting that downstairs, and when he went downstairs to get it, he noticed that the doors were unlocked and unbolted, so Franklin locked them. But he's like, I'm going now to check and see where the tide is, because when the tide goes out, then Arden is going to be sailing with it, and hey, that could be a good place for you to, do what it is that you're going to do. And Will is like, okay, I guess I believe you, and that story makes sense, so it's forgivable, but you're sure he's going there and we'll be able to get him there? And there's a little bit of discussion between the three of them, like, well, we'll go and do this, and you're sure that's where he's going, that's where he'll be? Yes, blah, blah, blah. Let's go kill him there. And that's the end of Act 3, Scene 4. It's a pretty short scene, but this whole sequence of events feels very step by step, which doesn't happen a ton in Shakespeare plays. Usually there's a little bit more breathing space in between events. But this feels very linear to me in how it's going. Oh, we need a little scene about this. We need a little scene to show that it's morning. We need a little scene to show that little bit. So this little bit, we find out that Michael was able to lie himself into being able to stay alive, which is good for Michael. But we still got to find out what's going to happen to Arden. So come on back tomorrow when we dig further in and see what happens. I'll see you then. Mwah.